Hello, and welcome to Thrive 2. This is what it takes. I'm Foster Gamble, and wherever you are in the world right now, thank you for joining us.
I'm so excited. We've spent the last 1,000 days kind of corralling 9 years of adventure and, decades before that of research to get it into one thumb drive. And Foster used to say we were herding electrons. And I'll tell you, some of those electrons were pretty gnarly and took me to countries I had never been to before and to see technologies that I never knew existed, and gave me access to tools for expanding consciousness. And the main experience that I came away with was that I became more adept at adventure. And so I invite you, as you take what we've cohered in this time, and greet it with the same sense of curiosity and wonder that we experienced making it. I mean, where are we going to take you? I promise you it will be a journey of reverence, a tribute to life and to the cosmos and to all that we have seen and believe is possible.
You know, a few years ago, we were seeing that a lot of people were waking up to what's really going on. But still, tremendous numbers are confused, they're feeling helpless, and therefore hopeless. With what was going on in our lives, it was a completely different experience. We were coming to whole different conclusions, even though we recognized that part. We were seeing so many successful energy inventors and healers and ethical philosophers and consciousness expansion technologies and teachers and so forth. And we were giving a workshop in Costa Rica where we were sharing some of this information. And people came up to us afterwards and said, I finally feel proud to be a human again. It's finally some encouragement. So Kimberly and I sat down and we looked at each other, we talked it over and thought, okay, we can't keep this to ourselves. People really need to know about this. So we decided to bite the bullet and make another movie. And that led to Thrive 2.
One thing I wanted to mention is that we spend a good amount of time on science, especially at the beginning of the movie. And given all that's going on and how much is at stake and the state of fear on the planet, it might seem like an odd time to say, hey, let's kick back and entertain a new emerging scientific theory. It's not normally the time people open up to a whole new idea. But the experience of being in survival mode with so much fear is really, the narrowing of that focus is related to a sense of not knowing what our options are, like a limited sense of options. And that limited sense of options is directly related to our worldview. Who are we? What is health? And how does the world work? And lo and behold, those are the same questions that science addresses. It's actually science that determines our worldview. So if there is a new scientific understanding that would expand our sense of who we are and what's possible, it could empower a radically different new world, one that could have dramatic, practical implications for our daily lives. Everything from how we get clean water and electricity to how we prevent and cure illnesses, how we expand our consciousness and even get along with one another. And it turns out that there are insights from emerging new science that echo the insights that we've been told about from indigenous cultures and wisdom for a long time. And in that, what's revealed is this vast, organized, coherent, beautiful web of energy, interconnected energy, from which it's possible to access infinite potential and possibilities. So if ever there was a time that humanity could use an expanded sense of possibility based on science and reason, as well as traditional knowledge, now's the time. So I hope that what you experience is what I experienced, which is to come away with a much deeper sense of being connected, alive, and empowered to live your life on purpose on behalf of all life. So here's how it works. Go to thriveon.com and rent or buy the movie, and then come back here and join us at 1:00 p.m. Pacific time, where we'll be able to interact with you through a live chat, take you around the world to meet people who you've been introduced to in the movie, hear some live music, and also learn about some exciting things we'll be offering this year.
So before we dive into the film, we want to share a little musical interlude with you. The title song from our first movie ended up winning the Positive Music Awards Song of the Year. And we're going to send you over to Studio B, where the Thrive musicians have gathered to meet Ariel Tierman and Austin Willisey, who co-wrote the song.
This song speaks to the incredible power that we each have when we come together to effect positive change, to stand up for what we believe to be true, to be willing to be vulnerable with one another, and to ask the hard questions.
And in the asking of those harder questions, it's in the pursuit of recognizing our interconnectedness, our interdependence, and seeking opportunities for collaboration, for our co-liberation from the deepest, truest place. And now, the Thrive theme song.
Cycles repeating, the earth is speaking, saying time has come to wake up from this nightmare of lives. So many shattered lives reaching out, crying out for freedom, crying out for love. Carried by the current until we stand side by side on the brink of a brand new dawn. We come together while the waters rise. There's a stirring deep inside. Deep inside. We come together, stand up for our lives. What on earth does it take to thrive? While we've been sleeping, our hearts were beating so much closer than we ever knew. Beneath the noise, there is an inner voice whispering, clear and true. The veils are finally lifted. Oh, the waves becoming clear. There's a dream without an element, and a vision so strong every person knows they belong. Come together while the waters rise. There's a stirring deep inside. Deep inside. We come together to stand up for our lives. What on earth does it take to thrive? We come together while the waters rise. Well, there's a stirring deep inside. We come together to stand up for our lives. What on earth does it take to thrive? Out in the open, thrive, healing what's broken. Every heart, every life, claim inside, deep inside, we come together, stand up for our lives. We all have what it takes to thrive. We come together while the waters rise. There's a story deep inside, deep inside. We come together, stand up for our lives. We all have what it takes to thrive. We come together while the waters rise. There's a story deep inside. Deep inside. We come together to stand up for our lives. We all have what it takes to thrive. We all have what it takes to thrive. We all have what it takes to thrive.
Thank you so much, Ariel and Austin and the Thrive Band. I love that. So please go to thriveon.com, rent or buy Thrive 2, and come back here and join us for a fabulous after party at 1 o'clock Pacific time, where we'll be able to interact with you with live chat, travel around the world to see people you've met in the movie, hear about what's up next with Thrive On, and also have some more live music. And if you don't get a chance to watch the movie beforehand, come back to the party. It'll be a blast anyway.
So now grab some popcorn, a comfortable place to sit, fasten your seatbelts, and welcome to Thrive 2. This is what it takes, starring the unified field.